stairs. What? Oh, he's throwing his fire at me? Oh, there's a scary boy. They're not actually that scary, though. I like how we basically rejuvenate all of our blood vials whenever we come into the trial stations. Oh, lots of wallpaper here. Okay, is there a guy down there? Oh, there's another scary guy. I think. That's what that is. Aha! Need to remember that he's down there. Wow, 14,000. Does this go down? Kind of. Summon this thing. He's called Joseph. Sure. Oh, this is back here? Okay. I was getting a little lost, so... Is this a crazy boy? You fool, I was gonna... Okay. Okay. Wow, we have a lot of echoes. I mean, that makes sense because there's two guys here who drop 14,000 apiece and are not hard to kill. Okay, we already hit the lever. Is there anything else? I feel like we just like went on one path. This like kept kind of going. Is there any other ways? Okay, there's another way. Oh, hey! Oh no, this was the way that we had gone before. See how long it takes the NPC to find me. Lunch quest. It's like the most awkward thing ever. Get out of it. What a stupid thing. Oops. Hey, more outside stuff. What weapon is he using? Chicago, maybe? This way out. This is just the one way. What happened to the NPC? Yes, okay, we got our bastards. Did the NPC just, like, die or something? Yeah, I don't know. I didn't say he died, but... freaking destroyed. Treasure. 2 more. Wow. What? What just... Confused. What did that sound? Oh god! What the hell was that? What? Oh my gosh. Okay. Well. This werewolf is dumb. Don't freaking matter. Okay. God, gotta go back and get those. I'm gonna roll this down here. Look, like where were they? Ah! Okay. I'm just going to do this. Up, I can't. So that was I came out up of it up. I thought I went across, and then I died over here. Yeah. Try not to die on the way out. Okay, found somebody. Except now I can't get out. There's a werewolf. Okay. Kill this dude first. Kudos if the other guy can actually find me. He's probably gonna like be killing all kinds of random shit trying to find me. Okay. So there's a dude. There's a werewolf up there. We need to go this way, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there it is. Okay. We're basically safe. Hopefully he doesn't get like rage killed by the spiders that have been summoned. That's the only bad thing. Okay. Yes, Ludwig's Holy Blade. I have no idea what this boss is. Hopefully it doesn't kill us. Another beast of some sort? Yeah. One of these guys. Abhorrent beast. Tag him, come on. No! I need to dodge away instead of trying to hit the combo. God damn it. I meant to dodge back. I don't know if this guy's done like literally any damage to him. He keeps trying to do like heavies, and that's not gonna work because this guy moves around. Yeah, he should switch to the other transform. There, he's doing some damage there. Yeah, he's just really bad at following this guy. There we go. Okay. Yeah, he was actually not very good. Is that the end? Oh. Look how many echoes we have. Okay, so now, with those, the next one is Defiled Chalice Dungeon. Let's level up first.
Gammon awaits you. Go. Very well. Let me.
So he's 5 levels. Okay. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, that actually worked out perfectly, Blood Echo wise. I'll check. Do I have So we're going to purchase on this real quick. So we need to get up to 22 Arcane Haze. Okay, and then we want to do it. We need to buy a lot of them. So I don't want to use like any of this stuff because then I might need that later. Look, can I buy level 2s now? I can. Oh, I can buy infinite of these. I thought I could only buy a couple. Let's see. So I don't need the level 2s anymore, so I can just get that. So I have 2 of them. I need to get up to 22. These are 5 each, so we use 4 of them. Perfect. So I'm gonna make this one, just so I don't like forget about it. So we're making this. That was wait that. So this is Alien Lauren, right? Yep. That's what I thought. So now we need to make the defiled. Yeah, the defiled chalice. This is like the worst of them all by far. Though usually there's a lot of people in that one, just because everyone knows it so hard, and it's so. But we're gonna do that after we've done some more New Game Plus stuff. So a couple things I want to do before. So we're gonna start. We're gonna do the end game stuff in a little bit. Done with chalices until it's probably tomorrow. So I wanted to make sure that we look at all of the items that are here that we haven't bought. As well as all the chalice stuff. Just to like kind of round out, because right now we should have access to literally every single weapon in the game. Other than the one, there's one that doesn't get unlocked until after New Game. So ones we haven't looked at. We did look at this one. Okay. Holy Moonlight Sword is new. It's like trying to remember which things we've looked at before. 80,000. Okay. An arcane sword discovered long ago by Ludwig. When blue moonlight dances around the sword, it channels the abyssal cosmos. The straight blade will hurl a shadowy light wave. The Holy Moonlight Sword is synonymous with Ludwig, the Holy Blade, but few have ever set eyes on the Great Blade, or whatever guidance it has to offer. It seems to be of a very private, elusive sort. So this is, when we were battling Ludwig yesterday, this is what he was using against us. As well as we actually saw somebody, the guy who was helping us earlier, he used this to fight Lawrence with us. We look at Simon's Willblade. That. Okay, we haven't looked at this. A weapon wielded by Martyr Lagari's band of executioners, used to slaughter vile bloods in Canehurst, bathed in pools of their blood and forever steeped in their ire. Transformed to release the power of the wheel and manifest their lingering rage in a show of utter brilliance. Okay, we looked at that. We haven't looked at this. So this is actually wielded by a Reverend, is he? Actually, that might have been him in the Old Hunters, the DLC. The guy with it, the only one who uses this. That might have been him. Okay, crafted by chiseling the long bones of an undead dark beast and fastening them to the weapon. The bones are still alive, and when unleashed, grant its wielder a spurt of beastly power. As flesh is flayed and blood is sprayed, the beast within awakens, and in time, the wielder of this weapon surges with both strength and feverish reverie. And then we have the Cost Parasite. Okay. A rifle typically used by healing church hunters. It is said that this rifle was employed by Ludwig, the first hunter of the church. Its long, heavy barrel makes up in range for what it lacks in reload speed. Ludwig's rifle exhibits several departures from the workshop design, suggesting that the church anticipated much larger inhuman beasts. It's interesting because it's like the church knew that the beasts were getting worse. It's just like more bad stuff. A rifle engineered by the Otto Workshop, the precursor to the workshop of the heretic powder kegs. Designed for hunting on narrow streets, this rifle has an optimized to cause perforation wounds, but is unfit for reliable countering attacks. Evelyn. Special pistol used by Canehurst Knights. The Evelyn uses quicksilver bullets just as any workshop firearm, but the Canehurst variant relies more on blood tinge. Lovingly named after a woman and graced with an intricate design, Evelyns were adored by Canehurst Knights. The cannon we've already read. Gatling gun. A church cannon. An oversized weapon used by the healing church, a type of cannon that fires with curved trajectory and creates an explosion upon impact. Originally designed for use by brawny men with deteriorated brains, not for just any ordinary hunter. But the men lacked the wits to effectively operate firearms, and the weapon was quietly ushered into permanent storage. Then we already got those flame sprayer. Special weapon used by the choir, high-ranking members of the healing church. Sprays a cloud of sacred mist created by using blood-imbued quicksilver bullets as a special medium. Arias are heard. So arias of like singing are heard whenever sacred mist is seen, proving that the mist is a heavenly blessing. Oh, for maiden, why is it that you weep? I'm trying to think who was using this. There's definitely a couple people who use this throughout. But that, I think that we carry over our badges so then we can just buy anything that we want. It'd be interesting to, at the very end of the run, just like use, because I haven't used some of these ever. Is there anything that we haven't? Yep. So, the odd helmet worn by the band of executioners commanded by Martyr Gorgarius. The conical gold helmet, symbol of the executioners, represents luminosity, ambition, and an unflagging resolve to face impurity, staring it down with stern golden spirit. As the great Logarius said once, I can constantly not pronounce that the same. Acts of goodness are not always wise, and acts of evil are not always foolish, but regardless, we shall always strive to be good. Canehurst helmet. Silver helmet worn by the royal guards to protect Annalise, Queen of the Vile Bloods, at Canehurst Castle. This paper-thin silver armor is said to deflect blood of ill intent, and is what allows the royal guards to capture prey for their beloved queen, so that one day she may bear a child of blood. This is the same. Okay, let's read through the chalices. We already read that. These basically the same, other than the route is like it's gonna be random. They're like cool. So yeah, the defiled chalice. Chalice that breaks the labyrinth seal. Only this defiled chalice is cursed. Curses are caused by inciting the anger of the Great Ones, and used to hex others. Special materials are required to complete the ritual. Try one's hand at curses. First seek the Bastard of Lauren, which we got. We got 4 of them, which is how we were able to use this. So yeah, interesting. Inciting the anger of the Great Ones that brings it. You're able to hex or curse others, which is how the nightmares are created, or the DLC Hunter's Nightmare, at least. Okay, Intertomb Chalice. Intertombs are the peripheral catacombs of the old underground labyrinth. To this day, the Watchers continue to expand the Intertombs, unceremonious catacombs filled with graves and death. Ailing Lauren Chalice. Chalice that breaks seal. Lauren is a tragic land that was devoured by the Saiyans. The tragedy that struck this ailing land of Lauren is said to have its roots in the scourge of the beast. Some have made the dreaded extrapolation that Yarnum may be next. That's interesting. I'd actually never read anything about Lauren. So Lauren, probably, I mean, if they have their own labyrinths underneath, they could have had access to the old blood before Yarnum did, but then they were destroyed by this. Then they had the Scourge of the Beast come, but then were destroyed by the Sands before more could happen. That's interesting. It's like the precursor. There are trace remains of medical procedures in parts of ailing Lauren. Whether these were attempts to control the Scourge of the Beast or the cause of the outbreak is unknown. Very interesting. The Great is Chalice. A chalice that breaks the labyrinth seal. Great chalices unlock deeper reaches of the labyrinth. The Great is Chalice became the cornerstone of the choir, the elite delegation of the Healing Church. It was also the first Great Chalice brought back to the surface since the time of Bergenworth, and allowed the choir to have audience with Ebritus. So this must have been... So it's like they found the chalice and then allowed them to go find Ebritus. So yeah, that's all the chalices. I don't think there's anything else for us to do. We keep... So let me... I want to re-look up. I want to check... so Bloodborne. New game plus... badges? Do I keep the badges? I think I keep the badges. What carries over? So yeah, level, echoes, insights, most consumable items. Yeah, all the runes. All badges and unlocked items. So yeah, we don't have to worry. So all the work we did, we keep all that stuff. Armor sets bought from the Insight messengers are refreshed. So if we bought them, then they come back. Keep chalice dungeons in the progress. Workshop tools. And then I'll unlock messengers. Things that don't carry over. Keys that unlock stuff. Yeah, all unlocked doors and shortcuts will have to be reopened. Yeah, that's normal stuff. And then any consumed 1/3 of the umbilical cords. But we consumed all of them. We pretty much, yeah, we picked up like all the things. Just like checking over, there's like a little checklist here. Let's go talk to the church people in the chapel one more time. And then let me check to make sure I got all of the badges. Pretty sure I did. Pretty sure we did pretty much, like, literally every single thing that we could. There's only one badge that we have to get on you get it on beating new game. Assuming you picked one of two of the 3 endings, you'll get it. Okay.
There ain't no more survivor, Yarnum.
Okay. So we just, like, not able to trigger this person's... since we're not going to end up doing this again... So the lady here... Oh, read letter. Maybe I had to read that. We'll reload then. I don't think these change at all.
Boss, I learned.
Okay, so let's reload. See if that happens. I didn't remember that there was a letter you had to read. This doesn't really matter for online, but... Let's see if this dialogue changes.
There ain't no more Yarnum.
That's annoying. So basically what happens, since we're not going to do this again, maybe on New Game Plus 2 we can do this. We can start sending people back here since we'll have completed all their quests. Even though I prefer not to do that. So she says right here, hold on. And then you're supposed to talk to him, and he's like, oh, one of the people left and was murdered, and then you find her body. Right here. Literally, it's like right here. So if I remember, we'll do that in New Game Plus 2. Because none of these people will be here in New Game Plus, because I'm not going to send them here. Okay, let me check my badges real quick. Make sure we got everything. Okay. So we should have... So, Saw Hunter, Powder Keg, Spark, Sword... Radiant, the old Cosmic, Firing, Canehurst. Yes, okay. Let me actually do count. Wait, no, we're missing one. We're missing... the Crow Hunter. I know where that is, though. And we can still do that, pretty sure. We should be able to destroy this guy now, actually. So remember there's that hunter that Eileen tried to kill? So we need to go kill him. Hopefully I don't get destroyed. He's tough, but since we've been back here, we've literally... Okay, yeah, Eileen is still right here. She's still alive, okay. Since we've been here last, I've literally leveled up like 40 times at least. So okay, this guy. I'll need to. After this, let me do like a mental check of all the hunters. Okay, yeah, he's. Oh, he heals. There we go. Okay, then we get a new rune as well. And so you can't use this one until you've beaten him again. Or beaten him. I just wanted a quick look at Lawrence's skull. Just to think, it's like, is the way that the DLC is set up, is it, since you go through here, is it that way because it's just in the nightmare and that's like the different way that dreams are put together, or is it because that's the way this used to be, like, built?
Don't you ever listen to your elders?
No.
No matter. You did save my life. I don't seem to be apt for this life anymore. My glory days were long ago now. I know. Here. For you.
Okay.
This too is hunter's work. But it bears no honor. A burden you may choose to carry. The decision is yours alone. Oh. My eyes grow heavy. Let me rest a while. I'll be fine. Just wait.
I just also remember we didn't do an area over here. I don't think there's actually anything of consequence right over here, but I just ran through it the first time. I just like making mental checks in my head. It's like, did we actually visit literally every single area? So that we don't have to in New Game Plus if we don't want to. So this area will be super easy because we're so high leveled. We literally will one-shot everything. Not these guys, apparently. There's literally just like 400 guys who shoot you here. And the fact that they're in black makes them like really hard to see. I thought there was one over here.
I must.
God. Okay. This would help us a lot, but... It's like one of the places to farm Quicksilver bullets. You probably get like a full 20 just by going through here. I don't think there's anything else. The only stuff that the guys dropped. Okay. So let me think some more about if there's anything else to do. Okay, I'm just gonna like name the areas kind of in order that you normally do them. So Central Yarnum branches to Josephus Clinic. Don't think there's anything else there. I might make a quick trip back there while I'm thinking about this. In Central Yarnum, we beat both bosses. We did all of Gascoigne's daughter's side quest. We got the badges from there. Yeah, we've traveled through there like a bunch of times, so. From there, you go up to Odin Chapel. We got all the side quests there. We went through the whole area of the Cathedral Ward. Did all of Old Yarnum, including all of Jura's side quests. There is one hunter there that we could kill. We could kill Jura, I guess. Just because. I don't think he drops anything extra. I think he's angry at us again, so. We could just go do that. I think there's a note there that I didn't actually read. So we could go do that, I guess. Sure there's nothing else randomly in here. There's the beast guy. Last look at the clinic. We'll actually be visiting the clinic significantly more in New Game Plus. I partially skipped over Josephus stuff. There's some dialogue that we need to hit. But I'm also sending literally everybody here, except for Beast Boy. There's the imposter. Okay. So, I guess let's go to Old Yarnum. So, then from Old Yarnum, you can go to Charnel Hemwick Lane. We beat the boss there. We explored the whole area. We went to Canehurst Castle, beat the boss there, got all the items there, did all of the Annalise / Alfred quest line. Picked up all the items. We went to the Forbidden Woods, we beat the boss there. We explored entirety of the Forbidden Woods. Assuming that I didn't miss something random, but it's like if I missed something, it wasn't a quest item. So, because we did all that. Then we went to Bergenworth. We got all the items there, beat the hunter there, beat the boss. I'm trying to think fastest way to Jura. Might be from the Grave of the Dark Beast. Yeah. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to miss in Bergenworth. You literally have to like do all of it. Then Yarhar Ghul. Did all of that. We spent a ton of time in Yarhar Ghul, so we beat the boss there. Talked about all the Mensis stuff. Got the Upper Cathedral key. Went to the Upper Cathedral. Did all of the Upper Cathedral, including both bosses, and we did any quest stuff that has to go up there. Got the gesture. Went to Nightmare Frontier. Got all the items. Like, we literally explored the Nightmare Frontier super intensely. Beat the boss there. The Nightmare of Mensis. Completed all that stuff. It's a pretty linear area. So, beat both bosses, Mikolash and Wet Nurse. Talked about all that things. DLC. You have to go through everything to do the DLC. Beat all 5 bosses in the DLC. You gonna attack me? Oh my gosh. He's the most pissed. Oh my gosh. Oh, no wonder. I thought I was doing the moveset for the double.
It's you. You're the beast. Just think about what you're doing. It's utter madness.
Okay, and then he doesn't drop anything because we already got his stuff. Okay, there's a hunter down there. We're gonna go kill him. I don't know if he responds or not. Probably not. I'm trying to think. So yeah, DLC, we hit all the stuff. We hit all the talking points I wanted to talk about. With the curse and sympathy of... wow, he's super easy to kill. So no, he does not respond. You get Bone Marrow Ash for some reason. Okay, so let's go back in this back area, just real quick. Okay. Secrets. So there's a note around here that we were supposed to read. But did not. I'm trying to think other optional areas. There aren't any. I think we hit everything. I wonder if there's... like, going through the entire game in my mind. Where stuff is. Hunters that you're supposed to kill. People you're supposed to talk to. We could go kill Patches. Yeah, this one we didn't. Yeah, let's go kill Patches, I guess. Then there's Shard Hunter set right there. Okay. So yeah, we'll go kill Patches. Then I think that'll be it. Then we can do end bosses. So many rando enemies. Whatever, bro. Oh, this person never had anything on him. Yeah, I literally don't think there's anything else for us to do. New game. That I forgot about. I mean, obviously you can go kill like all the NPCs, but we're not going to do anything that for any of the chapel people. Okay, so he's in the nightmare. So we want to go to lecture building. Doesn't matter which floor, because we got unlocked the shortcut. Assuming that he's still here. Is he across? Yep, okay, there he is.
This isn't my god is lost to me. If the fates are kind, sooner still. That was uncharitably done.
Yeah, Great One's wisdom. Okay. So, yeah, let's go do the end bosses and trigger New Game Plus. Then we'll derp around to New Game Plus until the end of stream. Okay. So, as you notice, the doll said that German was waiting by the tree, so here he is.
Good hunter, you've done well. The night is near its end. Now, I will show you mercy. You will die, forget the dream, and awake under the morning sun. You will be freed from this terrible hunter's dream.
Yeah, so, yeah, we have two options here. So this is what I was talking about with the different endings. So we are going to refuse. That means that we're going to have to fight him, which is good fun. We'll leave actually the submit your life one for the last for the ending that we'll pick on New Game +2. Because then he'll be really hard. So we refuse.
Dear, oh dear. What was it? The hunt? The blood? Or the horrible dream? Oh, it doesn't matter. always comes down to the hunters help her to clean up after these sorts of messes.
So he's
Gammon joins the hunt.
yeah, he's smaller and has a scythe. Oh my gosh, failure. Wow, so bad. Apparently I forgot how to fight him. Yeah, I completely forgot how to fight him. I completely forgot how to dodge and do anything. His attacks are really delayed. I need to, like, figure out how delayed. Because I think I'm still in, like, the mindset of, like, Maria in terms of, like, hunter battles. Where it's, like, as soon as she basically does a trigger, she attacks. Whereas you can see he's like, winding up. But then, obviously, he just, like, keeps going, and then he attacks. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I just like, don't remember how to do this. So I think, is it right here? Do this. We actually change our armor slightly. Back to. See that? That's fine. So that has bad against thrust. A little bit of a weird costume, but whatever. Notice also that he, like, limps at you. Because remember, he has a peg leg. I totally dodged through. God damn. This is atrocious. I don't know how to do this battle, apparently. Waste all my blood vials. Okay, I can. I can handle him better when he's in this form. No, don't do that. Okay, I can't stagger him midway. What? Okay, that was a lot better, but most of that damage was while he was in his other form. Yeah, I just like the timing on the scythe is like. Yeah, I have no blood vials now. Really? But I got so many in the... Ugh. That's frustrating. I was like debating, should we go back to here? Because most things drop blood vials, but also it's like we get enough money to buy like a ton, so I think this is going to be better. Yeah, because that right there is like 10 blood vials, actually. Because they're 720 per. was like, what is this? Like, looking down at it. Right, okay, there's a lady. Bell lady. I think actually the best way to do this is literally going to be to come and do these two werewolves, and then go out. He's following me. What does it do there? That gives us, that's 6 blood vials plus that's like buying 20 of them. So now we can go. So yeah, 71. So that is definitely our best option, is to just do it money via the money. So if we still need, I think I'm actually going to, I think he can be parried actually while he's in his little scythe thing. So we might die a bunch of times trying to figure out his parry timing, but okay. That was way late. So I think he actually can be parried during the entirety of his wind-up. Oh my gosh. Me trying to dodge out of that doesn't work at all. You're basically stuck in the wombo combo. Why is it not I've been trying to shoot. So not quite. You can stop him, though. So I think it's right as he pulls back, that last little bit. Okay. To try that one, actually he does it. Okay, that was a different one. God, the camera when he does that. Oh, somebody did a thing. Bits, I think. Sorry, I can't, like, look. Oh, there. Was there anything in there? Yeah. Okay. Welcome back to me not remembering how to do this fight at all. I've never had issues with this. I don't know why, but like I don't know, I've never actually had issues with him in the past. But now's a good time to have issues, I guess. I've been trying to learn his parry timing. That's what I was doing in that last fight. God. Why would I shoot there? Okay. Yeah, it's just a smidge after when I just shot him. Just a smidge. I need... Yeah, that's really tight, the timing on that. Why did I not dodge at the end? I knew that was coming. But yeah, it's right there at the end. Okay. So this one I actually prefer. Why does he... I don't know what I was doing there. Ignore that last bit. I was like, I need to shoot. And then I jumped towards him and just shot, which the timing was stupid. Getting better at the parries in the first little bit. Nope, too late. Or too early. Why do I always... Yeah, I just need to, like, wait a little bit longer than I think I do. And then it works perfectly. The grab, I always get hit by the grab. No, too early. No! No. I'm the dumbest. Whenever he does it, I just sit there. Yeah, I need to hit those horizontal ones more consistently. But I, like, never do. Why did I... For some reason, I did, like, thought I was in the other form. Why did I... Ugh. No, 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 no. Apparently I don't know how to dodge that. I think it's actually rolling towards him. I mean, his gunshots aren't supposed to do damage, really. Cause like the ones when he's far and it spreads, those aren't really supposed to do damage. The like really concentrated ones do, but like I've never seen them actually do damage, really, on any build. Really? I've never seen that. Ugh. not get that? I dodged, but dodged properly. Dodge away! Oh, he's gonna do that already? Why did I thought I was in the other form, I was gonna shoot him, and then I jumped forward. That's dumbest death of the day, right there, I think. Okay, 1 second. I'll be right back. I think the problem is that with this moveset, I do the L2 a lot. The L2 is this, because it gets me close to him and I can usually get the 2 hits in. But then obviously L2 is also shoot, so it's like if I don't consciously be like, oh yeah, I'm in this transform, then it screws me over. I've done that several times. So like right now, I'm not even in the right one for this. No, I thought he was gonna do this second. Poke. Come at me, bro. Ooh. Might want to up my visceral damage with that rune this battle. Damn it. Switching it up on me. I probably can get him on that second bit. Yeah, okay. That's the easiest one of all of them. I'm saying we're the shit over here. Ah. That was kind of derpy. What the? I don't know how to deal with that at all. Damn it. Why did I thought he was gonna do another one. Whoa. Lost my focus on him. Okay. I don't know why that time that worked. Come on. Come on. There we go. German down! Old hunter badges. Yeah, that was a good battle. Learned how to parry, so. I have no idea how many blood vials I had left. Yes. So yeah, we'll talk about the endings after. Well, we'll talk about this if I die, or the whole thing if I win. That's wrong. Moon presents. I just got sat on. Oh my god. I can't see. Oh, your tails. This isn't going super spectacularly. Yeah. Good deal right there, so. And then derped up the dodge. His face was like right there. Okay, so yeah. Lore stuff that happened. So that's the Moon Presence, as is obvious by his name. The Moon Presence is a great one that lives in the moon. Or is like part of the moon. And he is incredibly important lore-wise. Because we've been wondering this whole time. It's like, all the nightmare areas, all the dream areas, they have a great one that like created them. And we never knew who created this one. Well, now we know. It's the Moon Presence. In creation, like using Gurman to create it. So if you beat Gurman, like we did, he comes down and tries to basically turn you into the new like host of the dream, because there's Gurman's dead, so there's no host currently, and he needs somebody to be a host. Yeah, let's read the old hunter badge. Okay, this hunter's badge, crafted in Gurman's time, has no practical purpose except perhaps to assist or romanticizing about the past. The badge was a special privilege for the hunters of the past and should not be dishonored. It should be left in peace unless one is truly prepared to assume the will of those gone before. So, yeah, it's... The Moon Presence is trying to have you replace Gurman, basically. We'll talk a little bit more about the Moon Presence after I beat him during the credits. See if I can beat him with 18. I was doing pretty well. He's one of those like boss fights that you do so rarely that you're like, oh god, what is he doing? I should just dodge around him and stuff. And that usually works. Or get mashed on. Yeah, I should have dodged one more time there. Oh my god. Meant to dodge. Oh my gosh. God, I said dodge, game. I said dodge. Why was there no visceral? Mark, what's up? How you doing, bro? There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna turn my camera off for a second, so we can see the last little bit, the actual story thing.
Are you cold? Oh, good hunter.
Miyazaki! Sorry to hear about that, Mark. I'm doing fairly well. Hopefully use the stream to cheer you up. Okay, let me turn down the volume here. Okay, so what happened there is to replace the Moon Presence, the Great One we just killed, we become a Great One. Kind of interesting that we're like the only ones that actually transcend and become the Great Ones. No! Oh, that sucks. All my goodwill to her. Praying. So yeah, we become a Great One. So yeah, something that I want to kind of bring up in the overall part of the game. So is this reason why we are picked, the player character at all, to be a part of like the hunter's dream and to be reborn and go on trying to kill these things. And we can kind of think about what caused the final bit. Like, meaning, like, what triggered our ability to be able to fight Gurman at the end. And that is the killing of Murgo and Murgo's wet nurse. Yeah, of course, man. Always positive feelings for you. And we kind of think about what are like the final bosses in a lot of the areas are these Great Ones, and we get through them by killing the Great Ones. And so we kind of think about our progression through there, so keep that in the back of your mind. And think about who chooses who comes into the Hunter's Dream. It's Gehrman, right? He is kind of master of the Hunter's Dream. So, and we also have to think about who did he pick before. Thank you so much for the sub. It means a lot. Always building the community, man. I just lost my train of thought. So yeah, Gehrman, he picks these the hunters, and we think about some of the hunters who've come through before. Jura and Eileen are just... Glad you think that. Always want to make this stream a happy place for everybody. We're here to have a good time and build each other up. That's what we're here for. Okay, so my kind of this final thing is why pick these strong hunters and this progression that they're sending us through is basically we're trying to kill the Great Ones, really. And if we think about who is behind Gehrman this whole time, is the Moon Presence. And so this obviously isn't like a canon thing. This is kind of something that I've been thinking about ever since looking into the lore of this game. And that is like the Moon Presence is pretty much the only Great One who really is like malevolent towards like all these things. And so it's like him sending you on, basically through Gehrman, sending you through the world to kill the other Great Ones. And so it's like the Moon Presence really is like the only like bad like thing that you encounter. And so it's like he's very malevolent towards his own kind. This is like kind of something that I was. I mean, he should have red blood. He's a great one. So it's just something that it's just kind of this weird, something that I was like thinking about. It's like, I mean, we should be the pale blood that transcends the hunt, right? Because we are a pale blood coming into Yharnam before we receive the old blood. So, this is, yeah, obviously more thoughts on that. It's just like, because that's obviously just like something that I was thinking about and kind of like was coming up with. So yeah, that's new game. That's technically. So this is kind of. So I want to look this.
Good. All signed and sealed.
This starts another game.
Let's begin the transfusion. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
So, 1 second. I'm looking up something. So yeah, things with pale blood were. So yeah, the doll has pale blood. Which is, but Willem has pale blood. All the Celestials, if you count them, but they're not human, so I don't think they count anymore. Rom, like Rom has, because it's like you think about the types of blood. So there's like this base. There's like blood that hasn't been tainted at all by anything in Yharnam. And has not been like transcended at all. And then there's like this middle level with pale blood. That's like stuff that's like above human kind of status. But is not like a great one. They haven't transcended, but they've elevated themselves. They're called kin. And then obviously the great ones have red blood. Actually, that note was like right there. So this thing. Seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. Right, there's no lamp here at first. Okay. In the opening cinematic? That's an interesting point, actually. I had never thought about that. I mean, if you think about the... Yeah. I mean, if we think about the messengers... the messengers are... They enact as part of the will, I think, of the dreams. So they could... And they're the ones, I think, who, pick us up. So they would be... So it'd either be the messengers... who at the will of the Moon Presence directly, or at the will of Gehrman, who would pick us. Game Plus. Wow, we are really strong. You always have the doll picked us, though. Exist here in the waking world? I don't think so. I think he is tied to the dream, like, only. Yeah, let's go to the Hunter's Dream. I'm pretty sure he's only in the Hunter's Dream. Why is this not... I have freaking 56 inside. See, I think she's supposed to be, when she says... We found a hunter, I think she is talking to the messengers, but the thing is, we never really know the motivations of the messengers. Maybe Gehrman was never the one who picked any of the hunters. It could have just been the Moon Presence. And Gehrman is just like, oh look, another person's coming. Has come here. It's kind of in the same vein that, like, the doll is always like, oh yeah, other hunters have been here, but doesn't know really, like, where they've come from or where they go. Like, why they don't come back. It's like maybe the Moon Presence is the one who decides they're not worthy. Like, if they can't kill the other great ones. Just, like, speculating here, obviously. We need to know more about the messengers. There's nothing that says that they're, like, under the influence of something. What was I doing? We don't have the axe. It's just like, might as well pick a weapon that we don't already have. Let's talk to Gehrman. Let's see exactly what he says here.
You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the Hunter's Dream. This will be your home for now. I am Gehrman, friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine place now. Don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it.
So, what he said there. The very first thing he said, oh, you must be the new hunter, makes me think that he doesn't pick the hunters. That right there. It's like someone, meaning, in my mind, the Moon Presence, was like, oh, I finally picked someone new, and they're coming. And he's just supposed to help us to try to get us through the world. So yeah, I think his dialogue right there actually, besides, yeah, your idea, I think you're correct also with, like, because he only exists here, he can't actually see into the waking world. I think that's a good observation. I think this confirms that. Why can we not? I want to level up. We go out and come back in? Will she allow us to level up? I don't want to waste 300,000 echoes. I'm gonna go out and come back in. Just to make sure. It might be just a thing that always happens. Then I have to think about what we need to do. Or we have access to right now that we need to. Let's go. Actually, we need to talk to Yosefka. Okay, yeah, the doll. Okay.
And you will hand to embolden you.
Probably should have listened to that again. But how much does this increase damage? It's decent. We don't actually need that much damage. We were already, like, destroying them. I think I'm gonna do this. Nameless Wound Presence, beckoned by Lawrence and his associates. It says Lawrence and his associates? I guess that kind of makes sense. I think we actually have enough. Because there's another thing that mentions Gehrman specifically in the Moon Presence. Because, like, if you're... For imagining, like... Oh, that was not as much as I thought it was. How much do I need? 84? Gehrman, why he would create the Hunter's Nightmare? Not Nightmare, Hunter's Dream. Yeah, exactly. That's why I kind of was like, oh wait, no, that actually makes sense. Because... Yeah, because of the stuff that happened in the DLC, you were actually gone while I talked about this. This was like at the end of yesterday. All of the stuff that happens for the fishing hamlet, it kind of gives us an insight into Bergenworth and who was a scholar in Bergenworth before they created the church. And we know that Maria was there and that Gehrman was there. So that we know that they were scholars at Bergenworth, along with Lawrence. So the timeline makes sense there.
Farewell, good hunter. May you...
How much do... Oh, they cost 900 now. That's a lot. I mean, we're going to be getting a ton. So, okay, so let's go back to the first floor's sick room. So the whole thing that happens with the fishing hamlet is first, we know that the people who come to the fishing hamlet and murder all these people and stuff are strictly from Bergenworth. We know this because of the first person we meet walking through the fishing hamlet. Mr. tells you all about the lore guy. The first things he says is Bergenworth, and it's all these. And then he's like, they're all murderous fiends and stuff. And then kind of goes on. So we know that they're from Bergenworth. We know that Maria was there because that's where we find her weapon, the weapon I'm using right now. She tosses it into the well after she murders all those people while they're looking for eyes. That was their purpose. They're looking for eyes within the people's heads because Mother Koss shows up. She winds up there, and all kinds of weird stuff starts happening in the village. We know that Gehrman was there because the trailer for the Old Hunters actually has Gehrman walking through the fishing hamlet. Plus, it makes sense that he would be there with Maria because he was one of her mentors. So I guess we don't know that they're like scholars, but we know that they were at least sent from Bergenworth, and then obviously they both joined the church when Lawrence created it, because Gehrman was the first hunter, and Maria is dealing in church experiments and stuff. So yeah, so pre-church hunters attacked the fishing hamlet. Right, Ludwig was slightly after that. So yeah, the only hunters that we know 100% were at the fishing hamlet are Gehrman and Maria. I don't think that Ludwig was part of the church, or was part of anything yet, because the church wasn't founded. Right, Gehrman didn't join the church hunters. Because at that point, I think, if we think about the timeline, I think after the church was founded, Gehrman didn't join the hunters. Well, okay, so the church gets founded, Gehrman is a hunter. Once they formed the church hunters, when they recognized that the Beast Scourge was a problem, then Gehrman didn't join them. And then I think around that point was when Lawrence called in the Moon Presence. That's when, the Nameless Moon Presence beckoned by Lawrence and his associates. So I think Gehrman was an associate at that point, and then that's when the Moon Presence, either then or when Gehrman died or some point, Gehrman's consciousness created the Hunter's Dream along with the Moon Presence. So if we kind of think about that timeline. So, yeah, I think all of that makes sense enough timeline-wise. So.
I am Yosefka. The patients here in my clinic must not be exposed to infection. I know that you hunt for us, for our town, but I'm sorry. Please. This is all that I can do. Now, go. And good hunting.
So, yeah, we didn't do this before. We didn't talk to Yosefka, because I'm dumb and forgot about it. One, notice her voice actor, assuming that the volume was loud enough. It's very soft sounding comparative to the imposter, but also the fact that she doesn't want anybody to come here, whereas the imposter wants everybody. You just send people to her. So I think she's one of the main things that we mean to do in this game. So. Hey, buddy. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do lore-wise is we need to talk to Gascoigne's daughters. I think that's first. You have maxes of everything. You can't pick up any items. Yeah, I can freaking like one-shot these guys. Almost. It's really close. Can't quite do it though. That was kind of a fail. I always do that. I'm always like, what's up with this? And then close my device. Don't need to talk to that guy. Kill Shooty Boy here. Yeah, we can buy the burial blade now. Why do I always forget you? I was just here. Exactly a week ago. For the first time. Okay, things actually can hurt me now. In this place, need to actually... Alright, can't do that. Just run through here, I guess. Whoop. Don't mind me. Shortcut, shortcut. Dude. There. I'll like reread some. The healing church all went back to the cathedral ward, closed it off. What? How dare you have small amounts of health left? Okay. Yeah, we don't need to fight the cleric beast. But we can for fun. It's easy. open up the shortcut. Okay. We'll need to come back and talk to that lady. Oh, not right now. I don't think we need to talk to Eileen. Just a second before the start. Because we finished her storyline. We do need to read the Crow Feathers set and the Blades of Mercy, though. I forgot to read those last time, but we have access to them, so. Yeah, we don't actually need to talk to her at all. That's so sad. How many shards do we have? 60. So don't shoot me before I attack you. So let's go up and talk to Gascoigne's daughters real quick. Open that gate. What? Excuse me, sir. I shot you in the face. Not supposed to attack me. Two things to notice. I don't know why this is the case. If you listen to the music box here, so I'll turn that up real quick. But it's actually the same as Murgo's Lullaby and the little thing that plays during the credits. So.
Who are you? I don't know your voice, but I know that smell. Are you a hunter? Maybe you look for my mum. Daddy never came back from the hunt, and she went to find him. Now she's gone too. I'm all alone and scared. Really? Oh, thank you. My mum wears a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful. You won't miss it. Oh, I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, give her this music box. It plays one of Daddy's favourite songs. And when Daddy forgets us, we play it for him so he remembers. Mum's so silly running off without it.
Yeah, I wasn't saying there's any kind of connection, but I just thought it was interesting. Close my device. I mean, it's a pretty... I like the melody that it has. It's really, really creepy. Maybe that tells you something about Gascoigne, if his favorite song is a really creepy lullaby. Ladders! So we're just gonna run through here. Ignore all the things. Essentially go straight to Gascoigne. So yeah, we'll answer a different dialogue on her than we did before. Because before we said that we didn't find her mom, because that allows us to basically actually finish her storyline, like make her go out of the house and stuff, even though that's like super sad. But yeah, these guys are actually dangerous now. Kind of. What? You survived? I always laugh on like New Game 2 or 3, whatever. They like only take like a fourth damage from this stupid rolling ball. You're like, really? Come on. Failure. No, no. Ow, the range. Oh no. Whoopsie. Oh. It's not even central. I kind of want to change back to the Shard Hunter set because it looks baller. Yes. So stylish. Why me? Oh, I didn't send it. I thought I did send it back up. Apparently not. Okay, sent back up. They give you stand right here? Yeah, that's when they start to come. So, I'll try. Oh, more of them came down this way than I thought. That was not what I wanted to happen, obviously. Most of the time when you do that, they just chill on the edge, like right here, and then get destroyed by the boulder. I think most of them fell down, though. Did any of them survive? Indeed! What the? What was that? I think I've gone crazy from playing for too long. we're just gonna go straight to Gascoigne. Killing as few people as possible. Or that we have to. And then we'll probably fail against Gascoigne, because apparently I'm terrible now. Yeah. Okay. See how we do.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
Still one of the best cutscenes in the game. Fall Guy. Come hither. Can't be staggered. Doing that. I mean, you can notice his garb is black, even though it's his own. It is black, and he was a church hunter.
What's that smell? A sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
It's funny because he seems like really slow now after frickin' Gehrman. Like, just his movements. Oh gosh, I dashed myself into a hole. I don't know why you lose. Lock on when he transforms. Whoops. Got wombo comboed. I always thought that was weird that you lost your lock on. Maybe they like actually changed the model. I bet they do. I mean, that makes sense then. They like swap it out. That makes it so you can't keep. And they have any other. Why do I keep? I need to like change, which some other bosses that change form like a lot. Like model completely. Ludwig might. Probably, but he has the cutscene in between, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, Celestial Emissary, yeah, you're right. But usually I'm not locked on to that, like the one when he transforms, so it makes sense that I wouldn't notice that. think other bosses. I don't think any of the other ones do. They all just like get like fire on them or get more aggressive. He's trying to hit me with his wooden shield. He's a lot closer when you come into through the gate than he is after the cutscene. It's just saying he actually has fights very similar to I do, the way I do. Like jumps past and then immediately attacks off the run. Though I don't do the gun thing. Okay, there we go. Easy peasy. As long as you don't get stuck in his combo, he's actually quite easy. Now that I've had like practice against some of the stuff, it's like way faster than he is. No, we'll just go straight up. We'll go back and level up one. Oh no! Yay, first ending. It's like the book. It's all down here. I guess it's just like same bosses, but with lots more HP. We still have some challenge dungeon stuff to do, so that's new. So yeah, thanks for being here. It's always a good time. I'll see you later. I don't know how anybody runs out of insight in this game. I say that as somebody who's played this game a lot, and is actually fairly decent at it. You get so much insight all the time. We've spent 80 of it, and we've probably lost like 20 of it to those stupid brain suckers. That's not even counting all the madman's knowledge that we have. Okay, so we need to go back and I want to talk to Yosefka one more time. And let's get his dialogue. So yeah, talk to Gascoigne's daughter.
Must have masked your scent.
We'll say that we found the mother this time, because we didn't do that last time.
Waiting for one of your ilk. These hunts have everyone all locked up inside, waiting for it to end. It always does, always has, you know, since forever. But it won't end nicely.
I'm trying to think when Yosefka changes. Is it after Amelia?
Folks hiding inside are going bad.
Or is it after Gascoigne? It might be. It might be already. I don't think her dialogue actually changes at all.
None of them's too uncommon now. But if you tell them about it, they'll be suspect of...
Right. Okay, so let's go back. I might go fight the cleric beast just because I feel like it. Get us more levels. Just because.
Very well, let me.
Oops. That's not enough. Oh, then we need to read Eileen's. Let's sell some stuff and then we'll read Eileen's. Okay, so the weapon that Eileen has are the Blades of Mercy. We also got the Burial Blade. So this is Gehrman's weapon. So Burial Blade, trick weapon wielded by Gehrman the First Hunter, a masterpiece to define the entire array of weapons crafted at the workshop. Its blade is forged with siderites, said to have fallen from the heavens. Gehrman surely saw the hunt as a dirge of farewell, wishing only that his prey might rest in peace, never again to waken to another harrowing nightmare. And Bit of Mercy, special trick weapon passed down among hunters of hunters, one of the oldest weapons of the workshop. Split into two when activated, this weapon's warped blades are forged from siderite, a rare mineral of the heavens, most effective in swift attacks such as after quick stepping. So it's interesting that, yeah, both of these, they're the only two weapons made of this siderite stuff. It's interesting that we happen to read them both near each other. So then this is Eileen's gear. Wood-carved mask of Eileen the Crow, Hunter of Hunters. The beak contains incense to mask scents of blood and beast. Hunters of Hunters dress as crows to suggest sky burial. The first Hunter of Hunters came from a foreign land and gave the dead a virtuous native funeral ritual, rather than impose a blasphemous Yharnam burial service upon them. The hope that former compatriots might be returned to the skies and find rest in a hunter's dream. But I'm pretty sure this blasphemous Yharnam burial service is like burning. So, yeah, known in particular for her crow feather cape. Yeah, this gear is actually pretty solid. I've worn it a lot in past runs. I've used the Burial Blade before. In my very first game in New Game Plus, I used the Burial Blade for most of it. Kind of switching between that and Ludwig's Holy Blade. And then I did a skill run with the Blades of Mercy.
Well, what is it?
Because they're like A-scaling with skill almost immediately. Like from like +3 on.
Let me.
So if you're like skill only build, it's like super solid.
Farewell.
Okay. So let's go talk to Yosefka real quick. See if it's the imposter already. It might be the imposter already. Then we'll go talk to Gascoigne's daughter.
Oh, well, ask you a small kindness? You're soon off to hunt, I presume? Then, if you find any survivors, tell them to seek Yosefka's clinic. Upon my Hippocratic oath, if they are yet human, I will look after them. Perhaps even cure them. This sickness, these beasts, they are not to be feared. This time the night is long. I may be trapped here, but I should do something to help. I'll even offer a reward for your cooperation. Tempted? Well, off you go then.
So, a couple things to notice there. First thing, obviously, as we talked before, there's no way that the real Yosefka will have you send people there that were already out here. Next, one thing I quick noticed, she says Yosefka's clinic. Even if the name of the clinic is Yosefka's clinic, you probably would still say my clinic. The other thing is when you first talk to her, she's like, "Oh, why, hello," as if she hadn't seen you before. It's like a lot of little things that you should notice, but if you don't know that it's like an imposter, you probably wouldn't. Plus, we didn't look at the credits, but it actually does say that there. It says Yosefka's like imposter or imposter woman or something. I think it's hilarious. I can imagine if you had played through and hadn't gone back at all. That you'd see that and you'd be like, "What? What did I miss?" Okay. I'm just clearing out these guys instead of running through, because we're going to run back through and probably go straight into Cleric Beast. Don't follow me. Don't do it. I can hear you behind me. Wow, the dog just literally just runs off before you even do anything. No, you butt! Ladder fighting. Okay, let's hope he doesn't. Oh, he's probably gonna come back up immediately. Okay, no, he's not.
Hello, Mr. Hunter. Still can't find my mum. Mr. Hunter, was it really her? Mummy? Mummy? Leave me alone.
Literally the saddest freaking storyline. No matter what ending you give her, it's always terrible. I think we'll try to talk to her like one more time later. And I think she's just quiet. I think that's like literally the last thing you can, if you give her the brooch. Let's just run past these guys. He can't come in here. Okay. Cleric Beast. He's just like, "What's up?" I'm not even locked on. Oh my gosh. Derpy getting... I got caught on that statue to the left. Smack the booty! Oh my gosh. I can't get around his freaking leg. Of course I can't get the visceral because his head is off the side. Why did I dash straight into his attack? Well, I'm being super impatient. Oh, I thought he was gonna jump. Come on, I wanted the visceral. I want it. Oh. After forgetting Lawrence, that thing is so easy with... I remember him fondly, his past self, when I was terrible, and it took me like 6 tries to beat him. Before we leave, let's go talk to the lady and send her to the clinic. Oh, I guess we'll need to talk to the daughter again in New Game Plus 2, so we can send her to the clinic. Assuming... I'm pretty sure you can't send her anywhere now. I think so. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Wait, no, not this way. This way. That's the dogs. Sorry for the animal cruelty. You guys will come and get me. I wish they bumped up the cold blood dues. Because they literally should just move them all up to like level 10s or higher. So remember, this is the lady who gives us the sedatives, and that we screwed up her quest somehow. I'll try that again in the third one. So we're gonna send her to the clinic, even though we know that it's bad. Okay. Got it, lady. Okay, so let's go level up, and then I'll probably end just a little bit early, rather than like running. I mean, we can literally run all the way to like Old Yarn, but I don't really feel like it. It's been a long day, even though we've done like a lot of different things today. And I'm getting a bit tired. As was obvious probably from my performance earlier against those random fighter dudes. Despite the fact that I beat Gascoigne on second try and Carapace on first.
Welcome home. What is it? Very well. Let me stand.
We'll try to get endurance up to 40, vitality up to 50, and then we'll probably increase the strength a little bit. Then we might go for arcane.
Farewell,
We'll see.
Hunter. May you find your worth in the
That yarn of backstep. Okay, so yep, that's going to be it from me today. Thank you everybody for joining me. It's a pretty good day overall. Tomorrow the plan is to do normal New Game Plus things. So basically just running through the game, picking up the last couple bits, sending people to the clinic. I'll make sure there's nothing else that I'm forgetting that I wanted to do in this run in the New Game Plus. So we'll do that for like the first, I don't know, half of the day. Then we'll go back to the Chalice Dungeons. See if we can finish that up. That'd be nice if we could finish that up. So we have 2 more to go, but the first one is the one where you have half health. So we'll see how that goes. It all depends on whether there's people there to help us, and stuff like that. Because the bosses there are just like, they one-shot you pretty much all the time. And it's just like, it's a real hassle. I remember it being a hassle the first time. So yeah, that'll be the plan. Then on Monday, we'll just continue. Probably finish up actually New Game Plus on Monday. It's kind of weird to say that after like spending literally like 6 days. Yes, about 5.5 days to get through New Game. But now that we don't have to literally talk to everybody and read all the stuff, and we don't have to fight the optional bosses and things, it'll go super quick. So yeah, I think aiming to get through New Game Plus by the end of Monday, and then probably through New Game Plus 2 by like Wednesday. So yeah. So yeah, once again, thank you everybody for joining me. Mark, if you're still here, all thoughts, all good thoughts to your grandmother. Hope that everything ends up well. So yeah, have a fantastic rest of your days, nights, mornings, wherever you guys are. And I will see you guys tomorrow for even more Bloodborne. Peace.